Hey there, I'm JP and we are of course here with some more Cities Skylines 2. I was just checking out some stuff, take a look at the buildings, appreciate the little details, see what people are doing. And it is a wonderful game. Now the game gets better and better, and each time I'm basically resetting my graphical settings because that is a thing that developers recommend after each update. And you know, things running pretty smooth at the moment. I got like 65 FPS, so that is very good. I've also been learning a little bit of this and a little bit of that about the game by watching some other YouTubers, so that's very handy. Now the last time, I think I wanted to end up /is with making a stone mine. Now the problem with the stone mine is that the stone mine doesn't need to be into a special place, because if I would click on this and click on that, you can see right down here it says ore deposit. Now stone, you know, you could say it is ore, and if you click on this one and then click on the stone mining, it will show this. But you don't need this at all. A stone mine you can basically place everywhere. Now of course it would be more logic at the mountains rather than onto, you know, grassland. Yeah, but in this case, if you click on a chicken farm, it will also show the fertile ground. Now, I wish that this would be different because you'll be, you know, mistaken lesser. But in this case, we can just place this guy anywhere we want, so we don't have to go all the way here. Of course, later on, when we are going to unlock other resources, you know, we need to place them there. So the stone and the chicken is the only one that don't need like a special area. Of course, wood does need a special area, but wood is, you know, pretty much all over the map. Anyways, enough about that. The first thing that I would like to do is take a little look at the money, because right now it is minus 2,000 bucks an hour, and there is something we can already do about it, right? Now, taxation is something that I haven't really been touching, and apparently if you do this, ooh, you can micromanagement all of this stuff, which I'm going to need to take a little deeper look into it. So for now, I'm just cranking it up to 11% for everything. Maybe 12 will do the job, but I just want to do this slowly but surely to say, because people will say higher taxes. You can see it says -1 at higher taxes, which isn't like a bad thing in the first place. It's just choices you have to make, right? In life, there are certain things with taxes we are not happy with. We just have to deal with it. Now, another thing that I could be doing, and the thing is with this game, you need to let it roll for a bit. People need to settle down. They need to upgrade themselves. They need to learn things. So that's also why you should never judge too quick on what you've just been doing. It needs to grow in order to make progress. And as you can see right now, I have already token 800 something of the negative money. Now there is of course more we can do. This is something that most of us did in Cities Skylines 1. It's just crank this stuff down. Now of course at some point you can crank it back up, because the better the budget, the better the people will end up dealing with it, I guess. Now there's also one thing we, you know, spent a lot of money to, which we don't need, and that's actually the water. Cities Skylines 1, you know, when you place down water and sewage, the first thing you did was cranking it all the way down, and then it was on 50%, and then you still had too much water and sewage. In this game, it works a bit different, because if you crank this down, the efficiency towards the people will also go down. So it is not per se a win-win, it's actually a win-lose situation. But in this case, we're also going to take a little look at this, because we don't want to crank it down too much, right? So at this moment, we could crank it down for a bit. So I'm just going to say, let's just crank it down like I did before with the other one, is 10%, right? Now we also have service fee. I'm going to just read about this. Yeah, so this one affects happiness of citizens and companies' ability to do business. Okay, I see a problem popping up right away, right down here. Or that might be because I am... No, that's not because of that. That's because of this. Okay, I need to be careful. Now, from what I've been hearing, like I said, let the game roll. There is also a thing that it goes super duper deep with people. They have like a certain budget. They can buy a, or better, how you say that, hire a house or rent a house. and they need to have a little bit money left to do their shopping. They need to public transportation, maybe gas for the cars. Which basically means it goes way deeper than you think it goes. But the only thing I find a little bit of a shame, maybe it is actually a good thing, is that you cannot really see that somewhere. Like a deeper look into those things that are running into the background. Now, of course, we are going to crank down healthcare, garbage management, and all the other good stuff. One other thing that I have been reading, is that your city needs to grow until a certain point for it to really make money on such a way that you can put other stuff back up. And I think it's funny that is landscaping $1. I wonder what that means. So it says grounds can be shaped and formed, vegetation and decoration added, and pedestrian traffic options built with landscaping tools. So I guess it has nothing to do really with landscaping tools. It has something more to do with chopping down a tree, adding some stuff to the roads, I'm gonna guess. Or I can better say it doesn't affect the terraforming itself though. Now with those two things, cranked down and cranked up, the money over time should be a lot better. And like I said, things need to grow in this game for it to take the optimal effect, right? It even went up. Now taxes also affect if there is demand or no demand. And this is something, you know, there are a lot of things in this game to keep in mind. And also the last time we have been mixing stuff up for a bit. I'm just gonna put it on pause. And mixing stuff up is better than, you know, when you do it with commercial zoning. It's better to mix commercial zoning up to residential zoning and that good stuff, except for this area. Because low residential doesn't like these busy areas at all. But if it's about medium, high and low rent housing, they like these areas, and also office zones don't mind these areas. It's just these guys need to keep in mind. As you can see, we have demand for offices and we have demand for low rent. And this is something, you know, just plop it down here and there. I'm just going to add 3 of these and maybe, you know, like a smaller one right around here. Now this might have been a little too much, but you know what, I'm just gonna oh no, I wish it doesn't do that. So I need to be careful with doing that. Oh god. Yeah, I only wish it would. I mean, I get the deal why it's an option. Uh-oh, did I just ruin it? What? Oh no, these ones are, oh man, I have to be so careful with that. No? Oh, okay, there we go. So should be fixed now. Yeah, this is something I want to be really careful with. Now they also want to have cheaper housing. You know, it's okay. Cheaper housing. How about right down there, like a nice big one. It goes down pretty quick. And now they want to have some more offices. So let's just add another office. Let's just add this and that and this. A big boy over there. Wow, I was kind of wrong about it. I guess it just grows real quick at some point. Now, I have also been told that you have to be careful with commercial zone, because commercial zones, they just keep on coming. If, you know, at some point you can have more commercial zone buildings than you have houses in the city. Doesn't make any sense. They are tricking the game. And sometimes I have the same feeling with industrial zone. Now, I guess everything goes super quick because I have it on super speed. And at this moment, you can see we are now on 1000 bucks. Now, another thing we could do, like I've been saying, we could be placing a stone mine somewhere. But before doing that, I just want to take a little look on what I can unlock and what is necessary to unlock. So let's just take a little look. We also going to need to set up some more of this, right? I do believe I have one of these. And do not just get mixed up too much. I'm just first going to really need to place this guy right around here. And you want to be careful with this not flickering. I know I'm a bit all over the place. Maybe you can even set it down here. And I also noticed it says 3.6 ton a month. Now I wonder if I do it here. Yeah, it says it the same. I think I know what it is. At the back you can see like a, if I get it away. Yeah, at the back you see like a small little area. I guess that is 3.6 tons a month. because it doesn't increase if you get into an area where there is a lot more of. I'm just gonna place it all the way out here so I can just maximize this. And I'm still going to do it right around here just for aesthetics. Like that, beautiful. So that is looking good, so I don't have to keep that too much in mind right now. And I do believe we can take a look at it, because right now the production of chicken is very good. It is more expensive to import stuff than export it. It's of course always the case. Now also we have this stuff, and here it becomes more micro-manageable, because right down here you would say, how do we get petrochemicals, right? There is no petrochemical farm. So in this case, petrochemicals is being made by basic resources, which in this case is oil and grain, which you can just see popping up on this side. So in order to get that, we need 2 of these. For this, we're going to need to have certain ore and oil, and so on and so on. Is that how you can create all of the other products? So micromanagement is a thing sooner or later. Alright, enough about that. What I wanted to do is this stone mine, right? And I wanted to take a little look on what I can unlock here. I got 6 extra tiles, so I could do 1, 2, 3, or 4. So once we get into iron ore or whatever it is, we could just go up there. I could do this one in order to, you know, start preparing onto the highway, because that is something we're going to need to do sooner or later. Make like a nice straight highway. We're going to need to split this up in, you know, have 3 connection points together, I'm trying to say. And or sooner or later I'm going to need to expand once again. But I'm just gonna wait and going to buy that one and just take a little look at this, because this is gonna be important. Okay, as you can see, we have some stuff right down here. This is oil. Now the only problem with this oil here is the wind direction, which is completely faces to our city, which is just very bad. Is there another oil production? Ooh, we got a big boy right down here. Gladly, you could say like, yeah, but if you start doing stuff here, the river is getting polluted. You're right. But we have another river that doesn't get polluted. This is where we can get our clean drink water from. So that is a very good thing. Later on we can get that one or that one, and then there is a lot of this stuff outside the map. I'm actually glad that this is the biggest one. So, since we're going to need to go that way anyways, I would spend this one on that one, which we can also, you know, use for our forest industry. So that's a good one. Now let's take a look at roading. So we can unlock the highway, because we're going to need to split stuff up for our stone mine and whatever not. Got 4 points more left. Now I'm going to take a little look at everything at some point to see what I can do. Now getting the biggest hospital already, that stuff is going to be super duper expensive. It's not going to be handy. I do believe, which I think I needed to save it up. Or can I just go to options? Oh, I can just go, no, I cannot go to options. Okay, so then I need to, you know, save your game, then load your game. And once you click on load your game, you can click onto your stuff and then click on map options. So I have natural disasters unlocked. I haven't seen anything just yet, which is a very good thing. But I could say sooner or later we're going to focus on some of the disaster things too. Another thing that I could be doing is focus on transportation. A train is just 1, right? A tram is 2. Tram is going to be a lot of fun. And we also have park maintenance. Just like the roads, parks need to be maintained. Whatever I'm trying to say here. Yeah, but once we're going to go to Tiny Town, I will unlock 5 more points. So let's just hope nothing bad will happen, and then, you know, we're good. Alright, I don't want to go all over the place. Let me just see if I can fix a nice piece of highway. Is this good? I'm not really sure if it's good. I just split it up, these 2 laners, like this and like that. One goes right over here for our later mines, and of course one goes toward the bridge. Basically be doing the same on this side and on this side, of course. Now, I've also been placing tons of trees everywhere just for future growing and whatnot. And meanwhile, I was taking a look at this. I realized that I have a little bit of a problem though. The thing is, making an on and off ramp should have been kinda slash is right around here, right? My vision was to have like a bridge from the industrial area going here, and then the road here somehow along with the road from the city should be connected up and then have an on and off ramp. But for right now, I'm having a bit of an issue with this, and I might have a solution though. It's going to be super duper challenging. At first I was like, you know, maybe I can just cram it in right around here, but that's something I didn't really want. Again, I want to give these people also some spacing between the neighborhoods and the highway, so it would be a bit of spacing. Then this on and off, it would be very, very messy. Now, the thing here is, the challenge that I actually got in mind is kind of a simple design, but implementing it, it's going to be a bit of a work though. Realistic? No, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure how much people are facing this kind of stuff in real life there. I mean, like having a four-way intersection is unrealistic, right? You have like the clover leaf type of deal. But in this case, I'm going to need to go that way. And there might be a solution for that. I'm not sure. But in this case, I have to improvise something myself. So I was thinking, what if I just make this into a 2-lane, and then 1 lane goes off to the industrial area /is, right? Then I have to do the same for this guy right around here. Change this into a 2-laner. Have one go up and over. Maybe I could just perfectly cram it right over here into the industrial area. That's not too bad, right? And off, one goes here in a 2-laner. One goes this way, up and over into a 2-laner. Still, there is a problem, because how am I going to connect this part up? Still, I have underground opportunities. So I'm going to need to play this a little bit smart, and let me see what I can do. Even though I know this is not correct at all, I am proud of myself for not getting stressed up, not getting angry, and just plop this thing down right around here, and I have enjoyed doing so. Now of course at some point I will take a look at other people's work and see how they made their interchange. But for now, I'm just going to deal with it. Now, before I'm going to show you a lot more, I have my first disaster. The message is already gone because it popped up right down here, and then as I wanted to record, it, you know, vanished. But I did see from a long distance some fire happening. So yeah, we got a forest fire right around here. This forest is gladly not connected up with my forest at any point, so for now, we are safe, but this is definitely a warning for the future. Now also, this road down here, I just had to plop it down. I just want to see things work, and like I've been saying, at some point I will change certain things, because I'm also going to need to have some different roading, which in this case we have 2 times 2 lanes here and 2 times 2 lanes here, and we got 1 time 2 times lane here. Or with other words, I'm going to need to make this different at some point, but I'm also going to need to have a larger roundabout for that. But maybe one of you guys have seen someone else making a highway, not a YouTuber, and you can just let me know in the comment section who that is and which video it is, and then I will just take a little look at it. But for now, you know, this kind of works, okay? So what I've basically been doing, I've been, you know, splitting up this 2-laner, 2 times 2 lane. I'm not really sure how to say that though. A 4-lane highway. Yeah, okay. Well, you get the deal here. It splits up into 3. And then it splits up in 3 individuals, which, you know, for each direction I have one. And the thing that I like the most is that I didn't went higher or lower into the ground or above the ground than just 1 step. This is just 1 step higher. That is 1 step higher. This is 1 step lower. This is 1 step lower. And for this one, it is also 1 step lower. So I like that I've somehow managed to not having to go higher or lower than that. But this basically means we are ready for the future, which we can expand to a new mine, and or sooner or later we can just, you know, make it look nice in order to, I guess, somehow implement a stone mine somewhere. I'm going to need to wait until I got more tiles for that. But I seen a different kind of problem, and before we talk about the problem, I just want to show you what I've done here too, because this was one of the things that I was visualizing, you know, like the water is being stopped right down there. I'm just gonna play it faster, and if I'm not wrong, the water should slowly but surely rise up and then just fall over, right? Because I've been speaking about this waterfall that if you drive around here, which I kind of hope that it has. Oh god, yeah, you might not being able to see a lot from it, but you know, if you walk here or you drive on this road or the other road, you have like a nice view on this. Maybe it is good that these people are do not lose too much attention to the road by this amazing waterfall. Maybe the truckers could see such a thing. Nah, they cannot see it too. Anyways, you get the deal here. We have at least an amazing view onto that. And yeah, we're going to see how this is going to evolve. Now, the problem that I was mentioning is that people, it says -2, they want to have more entertainment. Yes, for me it is a problem because -1 is okay, -2 starts to be problematic. Now, in this case, what we can do, of course, is add in some entertainment. I just want to take a little look at the entertainment stuff. Now, first of all, we have the park maintenance depot, which we unlocked before. Ooh, we still get a little bit laggy. 32 FPS, and if I do it away, yep, 63 and higher. Anyways, what I was thinking where to place this guy is actually near the road maintenance and the, what you call it, crematorium. So just in this area to say. How can I? No, I can't. Can I? Yeah, we could. How about here? Yeah, I guess that could also be an option. You know what? I'm just going to... well, how about that actually? So what if we just remove this road for now and just make like an intersection of it? You can also see that I have turned certain things off. I did that with a very good reason. Now, this might be problematic. No? No problems? Then how about this guy? Because I have noticed sometimes it wants to change the key wall into like a bridge type of deal. Of course, not very nice. But in this case, that will work. So I wanted to see, can we just plop it in? Yeah, this might be a perfect spot like that, right? And also a nice thing. Yeah, now I'm thinking of it. Later on, I want to actually change this road, make it a little bit more smoother because this is a lot of horse apples. I can do that, what I want to say, right around here. And I just want to add in some nice trees. There's the copper one. We can best do that at the beginning. Just like that, right? We can do that later on. Let me just, now we're at it. Let's just change this. Let's just remove these parts here. And I'm just gonna do this because this was a little more that I removed than on this side. And now on this way, we can actually change this like that. And beautiful. At least it's more smooth. And just like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, by the look of it, there are also some trees onto that guy there. But I'm not sure how that is going to evolve, to say. Which I'm talking about. Are they going to grow? Is this just bushes? Right, perfect. So now that we added in some park maintenance, which later on, ooh, could we? Yes, and can we? You know what? Let's just move this guy. I mean, it can go like that, right? Yeah, stuff like that. And now we can also add in another guy of those. And before adding some parks, I think the next tile at least that I want to unlock is this guy. And then move up the power to the side here. So we can add in another one if need. And this guy, of course, uses, if I click on it, coal. It basically means that we are now importing coal for this guy, which is expensive. So the best way is to have our own coal deposit, right? Right, making people happy is something we can do with, for example, a small playground. I do have one here for some reason. Maybe we've been doing that together. I can't remember anymore. But people definitely want to have some more of the stuff. Now, you know what? I'm going to put a playground right around there and a dog park right in the front of it. Yes, people will be unhappy, but you just have to deal with it. And then, you know, let's also place some of these right down there and right around here. Right, beautiful. So let's see how things are. These guys are kind of happy with that. Now, what I can do actually, you know, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to pause it here. I'm just going to connect this road up here. Now, the reason why I got certain stuff turned off is this guy can be distracting, especially when you're messing around with a highway like this. You need to have a certain guidance line. It could happen that one of the other guide lines is going to mess with it, and then you cannot like have it perfectly the way you have. This guy I have turned off because this allows you to, let's just do it in a non-treeable area. This guy allows you to always turn it off, to always go by the meter, which is very nice because sometimes one side you could do 124, you do the other side it's like 127, and then you're like messing around. If you turn that guy off, you can always, you know, figure certain things out, which was very handy for me, which I've been using a couple of times in here. The reason why I did this is because I wanted to add in a bit of a larger part like this guy, which I think I've noticed with my private play that the middle section, the fountain, is always different. Or at least, you know, yeah. So if I'm placing this now, you can see that the fountain in the middle is different. It seems like there are a couple. No, that's just the existing trees. I want to say extra trees. If I would do this again, no, it is really based on like, yeah, this one is round, that one is flat again. So you can see like different types. I really like that. Yeah, you'll be unhappy. Right, by the look of it, these guys have what they want. Now, it would be very nice also to have something in here, right? Now we have a small park. We also have this campfire. Now that doesn't fit in. The dogs, sand pit. I think then a small park would be the best. Now, it's only a shame that certain roads doesn't fly with that or like that. I can place it here. Because this grayed out stuff here from this building is grayed out because the building doesn't want to expand. So it would be very useful to use that space of the building for something else. Look at this. We just look at it. Got some drinks, got a park sign. Yeah, very good. I like that. Okay, so in this case we can do place some sand pits maybe here and there. Like a tiny one could be here. And how about right down there? And one more right down there. So the shopping store need to make space for that. We also have some people living here. So let's just add in another, what is it, dog park? Yeah, dog park. Let me add it in. There we go. And then, yeah, people are kind of happy. Yes, want to expand that way. They could use some too. I'm not sure if a park really adds up a lot to this area besides showing that it adds up a lot. You know what? These people, when they are on the break, I would like to have a sand pit. There we go. We can unlock some more tiles, which you can now do that one and that one for sure. I think I remember that we wanted to do some oil at some point. So let me just do at least 2 more, right? Because I'm not sure how far I can expand if I need something. Oh, this, okay. Yeah, okay. 1, 2. Okay, we got 1 tile left. I meant to say, in case, you know, I need to do something. Maybe here, but you know what? Here it will be. Okay, so I got all the tiles anyways that I wanted for now. Sooner or later I want to expand this tile here. And I want to build the city out this way, of course. Maybe 2 tiles here, so I can just actually make a bridge, what I wanted to do at some point. But I'll guess we could remove a little bit of industry here, I guess. Yeah, I just have to see for that. Making decisions isn't always like very easy to do for me. And there we have it, our waterfall. Very good, right? Niagara waterfalls. But you can also see right now that the like the distance here is just like that. And the distance here is like that, which is way lesser than if I wouldn't have done that. It would be all of this stuff, right? And I guess it's slowly but surely time that we're gonna stop messing around with these walls. And just let it fade into the ground area, and then just try to make this look logic. But you're going to cut off a piece, you know, the water flows that way. Now we also have a new building which is mixed. Now I'm gonna be real honest, on my private play I didn't really understand when to place this. It looks like a blue zoning on the bottom. It is at the green one, but once you try to place one of these guys, for example, that's office zone, but let's just place this guy here. It doesn't really lower the blue one, which I find a little strange. I thought it would be lowering everything on a mixed way. And as you can see right now, it's not building up. It is not building up, which surprised me, because it wants to have commercial zone, right? It wants to have low density, high density, cheap density. So I'm not sure why this thing is not getting off the ground. Maybe a smaller one? No, it doesn't do anything. Oh, I get the problem here. Silly me. This one is not connected with this road. It's with that road. Okay, my apologies for that. Maybe some people were shouting at the screen. You know what? It would be very nice. Yeah, there we go. So it does build up, but when you place something down, normally it already lowers the demand for it. So if I would place this cheaper building, let's say right around here, it starts building and it lowers it like crazy. This guy doesn't seem to lower anything, which I find a little bit odd. Yeah, so kind of funny, like this is not gonna work. I often forget about that, so I'm really going to need to be careful with what I'm doing here. But add in some giants in here. Yeah, now it will work. Alright, you know, slowly but surely this city is coming together. Now, of course, another thing, and I'm just going to calm it down because this guy is just crazy. It says unreliable internet services. So once you've done one thing, another thing pops up, which basically also means that this stuff is gonna go crazy. Once again, we could add in some specialized industry, which I also want to do. I'm just gonna put it on pause, and I think public transportation should help a lot. Quite sure. This trimming is something I want to do in the next episode though. So in this case, this is the internet tower, and we're going to need to have at least two of these guys. So one of these guys is going to be, let me see here. How about, I need to keep in mind I can upgrade it. And also another thing I need to keep in mind is to add in an extra school. Now, do I want to add this in here? The thing here is, we can upgrade this guy with a ginormous sport field. I'm not sure what it was called. Maybe I should add this guy in a new area though. I think it might be better. For this also, there are a couple of expansions, so I need to keep that in mind. Gladly, it is not too crazy, so I think I'm just gonna turn this back on. Now we are here, that I can best do this and or create some good zoning. Oh god, I wonder my half of city is just, yep, stop like that. Let's just put this one here so we have like a nice middle section. And in this middle section I can just cram this guy in like that. Beautiful. Now it always seems like that the second one you want to place is like way greener than the first one. I'm not sure if that is just illusion or that it's basically showing an upgraded version, because now we have upgraded this guy. You see how that is? That's weird, right? But we could use a second one because also the industrial area needs internet. And this guy's, let's just place this guy right down there. And you can now see that we have good coverage, even though this guy is not upgraded. So you need to play around with this stuff. Also, another thing which is going to cost me a ton of money is postal services. Or with other words, a post office. It handles local incoming and outgoing mail, post vans and truck pickup mail from mailboxes around the city. Citizens can also drop off the mail directly at the office, can be upgraded with an extra garage and storage extension. So we're really going to need to keep an eye out on the word extension, because that means a building can be attached to it, while the small police station doesn't have any extension. Now we also have a sorting facility. And even though it is something for later on, I'm just going to read it, process and store both local and intercity mail. Mail going to and coming from outside of the city is carried by high capacity post trucks, which help reduce mail related traffic on the roads. Can be upgraded with extra loading RAM, storage extension and automated sorting system. Now this guy though has a low noise pollution, but yeah, it does cover an area. So if I would place it here, it's going to be a bummer. Now what would be ideal though? Actually, this is so incredibly central. I might just... I mean, it's very weird, right? But what about this? Yeah! Yeah, look at that. It's like not near any house. And it's still central. This is one of the most central points apparently for all the areas. And yeah, that's a bit monkey stuff. Could I could, right? I can even place it underneath here. Man. Okay, I have to be careful because, you know what, let's just place it right here, because then, yeah, this can be placed halfway underneath the highway or the road, which is a super duper neat new function in this game. This a bit up like that. Now, of course, there are also things in this game that it needs a bit of work, because I've noticed like this down here, which is with all of these that go underneath the ground and go back up again. Except slash is for this. Well, okay. There still is some of that. Yeah, this is also very neat. Like to get into a very dark part of the shadow. Now I know it's just breaking, but I like the way how it really lights up. I mean, I do believe even at nighttime, which we don't do, is when they drive on a road and they don't have any cars facing them, and the road is a dark road without lamps, they use the mist lamp. They turn the mist lamp on. Of course, when there is someone that they will face, they will just turn it off. But I think that's a super duper cool function. Okay, so in this case, we now have a post office service. Now, if there is a spot which is not very nice, like for example right around here, then we can just add in this guy. And I just want to add it here. So I'm not sure, they might drive smart, like in here, pick it up here and then, you know, move along. Which you can also do one here, move along that way, bring it back. And of course in the industrial area, let's just place one at the outgoing part so they can just go in here, run about and get out. In this case, let's just also add an outgoing one right around here. So that is also going, and that's perfect. Money wise, we are back on track. Now, it would have been way worse if I didn't do the taxes and whatnot. And I have noticed we are getting into autumn. Look at those autumn trees popping up. I haven't actually noticed them popping, but I also do not really see texture changing. But we're definitely getting into autumn. Alright, yeah, very cool though. So like I've been saying before, right, we're going to need to do something for yeah, the stone. What I can do, right, is place one out here just for now. So we're going to fix this road until right around there, right out here, and boom, look at that, that's just perfect. use of the area. Now I just have to see how this will evolve. Maybe I replace it somehow once we also got that tile. And what I would like to try to do is keep the city and the most industrial onto this side of the area. Now maybe we are lucky and get to see the big machine. There we go, as it pops right in. Ooh, 2 of them. Wow, I'm so lucky there. I don't ever think I've seen 2 that just start digging about. Holy moly, these dudes are massive. Okay, so that is one thing, and this shoots not immediately, but at some point give us a little, yeah, look at this. This needs to be exported, but I do believe this stuff might be used. Obvious, but what is that? That's, oh, look, stone. There we go. So stone for minerals, stone for concrete. But yeah, this will reduce a lot of stuff. And look, another machine down here. Wonderful. And now I've covered up a ginormous area. Now you don't see it too much, but I would love to have the whole area covered up with that, so you don't really see like the color difference. But in this case, it is what it is. Maybe later on I can still change it, and then this little part here, it's gonna go in here. Then like I said, excuse me, I'm just gonna turn this off and snap this guy here. Other one, but I had it off. I said it, but I didn't put there, and then one here. So now it's like perfectly lined up. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the city is growing, the money is absolutely devastating, but we are making some nice progress. In the next episode, I would like to focus a little bit on to making this area look nicer. We're going to focus a little bit more on expanding the specialized industry, coal mining, and all that good stuff. I just want to show you like how this turned out. Like the last time I've been making this. No, it doesn't look too bad. It's kind of okay, you know. Yes, this little house here is partly floating, I guess. But yeah, anything else looks very nice.